San Antonio starts right now.
Good evening. Tonight, the search is on for a hit-and-run driver who killed a father.
It happened back on April 16th near Highway 90 in Couples. News 4 San Antonio's Melissa Vega joins us with his family's plea to the killer new tonight. Melissa?
News 4 San Antonio.
A man facing 3 murder charges made his first appearance in court this afternoon. Johnny Avalos didn't say anything during his court appearance. As we told you earlier this week, Avalos has been charged in the deaths of Natalie Chavez, Genevieve Ramirez, and Celia Lopez. All of their bodies found within months of each other. Natalie was only 15 years old when she was killed. Her family showed up in force in court today. Her father says he plans to be at all the hearings.
The lethal injection would be good, but for what? I'd rather him get life sentence, sit in prison for the rest of his life, and just think about everything he's done. I'd rather him his conscience choose eventually.
Well, he would rather that Avalos spend life in jail. Natalie's mother wants him to get the death penalty if convicted, but prosecutors haven't decided if they will pursue the death penalty. Every 2 weeks in Bexar County, a baby dies from an unsafe sleeping situation, an alarming trend that you have the power to reverse. News 4 San Antonio's Emily Baucom shows you how to help make sure the most vulnerable babies have beds. The conference brings together people from all over the world who have had so-called near-death experiences. Our Aaron Nichols spoke with them and joins us now with their stories. Aaron? Do you remember this photo? That's Master Sergeant Michael Maroney. He rescued that little girl in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. Now, 10 years later, he's finally going to meet her again. Master Sergeant Maroney's been trying since the 5-year anniversary of Katrina to reunite with her. After a massive social media campaign called #FindKatrinaGirl, Maroney's son got a message on Instagram from the little girl's friend with this photo attached that was taken 3 weeks after the first one to confirm that it was, in fact, the girl he was looking for. He spoke on the phone with Lachey Brown's mom a couple days ago, and they plan to meet in person later this month.
Like it feels like a weight's been lifted.
Maroney plans on bringing his sons with him to reunite with the now 13-year-old girl who lives in Waveland, Mississippi.
San Antonio's most accurate forecast. 4-zone weather.
That was an amazing shot.
Yeah, that really was. I remember that picture. It's funny how some things just kind of stick in your mind.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Pictures. And now we saw a few clouds out there today, but not anything that's...
Yeah, that's something that we've gotten seared into our minds. There's no rain, you know. Where's the rain going?
Move in about 2 weeks.
Okay, the motion carries.
A years-long fight officially over. The City Council approved a collective bargaining agreement with the San Antonio Police Officers Association today. But it wasn't unanimous. Councilman Ray Saldana and Ron Nirenberg voted no. The 5-year deal includes raises and covered health insurance premiums for officers, but for the first time ever, they will have to pay for their dependents' health insurance. The new contract goes into effect in October. To read more about the agreement, pick up tomorrow's San Antonio Express News. We're learning the Rape Crisis Center is seeing a record number of sexual assaults this year. The news comes as Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton was in town today announcing a new initiative with the trucking industry to crack down on human trafficking. Tonight, News 4 San Antonio's Melissa Vega has more on the numbers and the big move the Rape Crisis Center is getting ready to make in a story you'll see only on 4.
2 to 3 year plan.
For the last 3 years, San Antonio Pets Alive has called the Paul Jolly Center across from the zoo home.
But now there's a chance that the no-kill animal shelter could have to move out. News 4 San Antonio's Aaron Nichols joins us live just north of downtown there to explain why. Aaron?
4 San Antonio.
Still ahead on 4, breaking down Trump's 10-point immigration plan, whose help he'll need to get things done.
And how one woman's drive.
On tonight's Faces of San Antonio, meet a woman who turned struggle into success with the help of a popular beauty company.
I had a desire to change the situation we are in, for sure.
28 years ago, Susan Moore made a decision that would forever change not only her life, but that of her entire family.
I really needed to make some money. My husband was brand new in the military. He was a PFC. We had 2 small children, lived in an apartment, and I was going to have to do something. But we only had 1 car.
She vividly remembers the daily struggle.
I can remember going to the base, to the commissary and taking a calculator and figuring out what we could buy to make sure we had enough to make it to the end of the month for food.
One day, she was approached by a woman selling Mary Kay.
I tried the product. I was at Mother's Day out with my kids, and a Mary Kay beauty consultant approached me, and I was not the girl wearing makeup, but she wanted to do a before and after portfolio. I said yes. I fell in love with the product.
Before she knew it, Susan was selling Mary Kay.
My first year in Mary Kay, I earned a company car, and I haven't had a car payment since.
Every 2 years, Susan gets a new pink Cadillac. Not only that, because of her hard work leading a team of 275 consultants, Susan has traveled the world, all paid for by Mary Kay.
We've been to Hawaii twice. We've been to Costa del Sol, Spain. We've been to Monaco. We've been to Beijing, China. We've been to London and Paris. And this year we'll go to Venice and Rome. This was one of my favorite. This was to Monaco. And Monaco is the smallest country in the world outside of the Vatican. And we got to race sailboats. And oh my gosh, that was a lifetime memory.
But this year, something incredible happened. Susan was crowned Queen of Unit Sales.
When you are crowned the queen, it means you have the top selling team in the entire company in your division. And this year, we weren't just the top selling unit in our division, but we were #1 over all 4 divisions. We were #1 in the entire nation. So I have the best team in all of Mary Kay, which is awesome.
28 years after taking the first step.
Oh my gosh. Completely changed our life.
Susan now helps others do the same.
Well, my real goal is to help other women do what I've done. I want them to be very strong leaders and be able to have an established business, what I have.
She believes with desire and hard work, anyone can become successful.
Every time you earn a new pink Cadillac with Mary Kay, they give you a $1,000 bonus in addition to the car. And so I thought, why not have custom plates? And to me, this just says it all, that you can do it too. You can have a pink Cadillac if you want to.
If you have someone you think we should highlight in our Faces of San Antonio, send me an email to Evy Ramos at news4sanantonio.com. You can also reach me on my Facebook and Twitter pages.
35. I had a long conference call with Frank Wilson yesterday preparing for this game. And I can tell you, I've never been more impressed with a young coach. This guy is very, very organized. He's a great recruiter, and I think UTSA fans are going to be pleasantly surprised at the kids he's brought in and the program they're going to have.
He seems, obviously, you give us the best bites, but he seems also like a good interview. Like, he's open and he talks to you. Is that right?
He's had fantastic success since the time he was 26 years old when he had his first head coaching job in high school. He's been a winner everywhere he's been, and I think he's going to make UTSA a player.
Just came from LSU,
From
right?
LSU. Recruited Leonard Fournette and some great, great players there.
Awesome. All right, thanks, Don. We'll be right back.
Wow.
I want the yellow stuff. That's
the good stuff.
That's rain.
Yellow.
Green's okay. Have a great evening.
Yellow.
We'll see you again tomorrow.
Starts right now.
Our top story tonight, an eyewitness recounts the moments after a 5-car crash on the city's northeast side.
And tonight we have learned that one of the drivers involved has died.
It happened Wednesday near Thousand Oaks and Park Crossing Drive. News 4's Renee Santos joins us now with more from the young man who took heroic action. Renee? Tonight, the search continues for a family man who's been missing now for almost 2 months. His truck was found abandoned weeks after his disappearance, but there's still no sign of the 57-year-old. News 4 San Antonio's Melissa Vega has more on how you can help us find Carlos Vences Rivera. Tonight, the Northside School District tells us 2 students went rogue when they performed a skit involving an assassination attempt on President-elect Donald Trump. According to the district, students in a class at Marshall High School had to perform a short skit as part of a Shakespeare lesson. But after their script was approved by the teacher, they changed it up on presentation day.
The teacher was at...
Right now, Bexar County is negotiating a contract with the Deputy Sheriff's Union for a pay increase for detention officers and law enforcement.
And tonight we know that 2 offers are on the table, and both could end up costing taxpayers millions of dollars annually.
News 4 San Antonio's Camila Rambaldi finds out exactly how much and what's holding back a decision.
Well, we've learned the key to ending the worst infectious disease outbreak in the world may be found right here on the southwest side of San Antonio.
As News 4's Leslie Bull explains, Texas Biomed Research Center is now working to find a vaccine for HIV, the virus that causes AIDS.
It's not yet a 3 Dog Night, but it's going to get cold.
3 Dog Night, that was one of my favorite bands.
I meant like it's going to get cold.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
where they all want to
Sorry.
cuddle together.
Exactly.
I hope that some of you can join me tomorrow night. The Stars Behind the Stripes event at La Fontana Springs. Great event to honor the men and women behind those in the military, the spouses. So you can go to our website, News4SA, for more information. And that is for us tonight, all but. Stay right there because Friday Night Fever starts
Right now.
Sorry, David.
Runners, and I want to say it is great news for UTSA, but it's just the beginning. What Frank Wilson's going to do with that Roadrunner football program.
Because this is the, I mean, it's fantastic. What a great first year for him.
Big things to come.
We'll be right back.
Leo starts right now.
Our top story tonight, a massive sinkhole that killed a Bexar County Reserve deputy. News 4 was there today off Quintana Road on the southwest side when her body and her car were pulled out of the hole. News 4 San Antonio's Ashley King joins us live from that scene after talking with her family. Ashley? Tonight, we've learned 2 more dangerous patients have recently escaped the San Antonio State Hospital. One got away last Monday, but was found across from the facility, quote, crying, laughing, and lying on the floor. 24 hours after that, 21-year-old Joseph Garcia kicked open the door to his unit and took off, according to a report. He was found by a relative and returned. Tonight, the Department of State Health Services, which oversees the hospital, tells us they're working on some of the issues, including problems with the perimeter fence, which has a gaping hole in it. The state is working on replacing locks and doors, putting alarms on gates, and creating a small room before patients can reach the outer door.
I hope that the city and I need to defend myself.
Tonight, the man accused of killing a San Antonio police detective outside police headquarters last month wants to explain himself, but he refused to talk about the charges he's facing.
Did you target the police department out of anger because you can't see your son, Otis?
Man, I refuse to talk about that. I refuse to talk about this case.
This afternoon, Otis McCain spoke with our Amanda Weber. That day that he was charged for Detective Benjamin Marconi's death, he admitted he lashed out at someone who didn't deserve it. Today, though, he said he was forced to apologize.
The police officers drew down on me, and they tried to intimidate me, and they tried to put me in a demonized character, and they shot at us to the point where the situation I was in, they tried to demonize my character, man.
And while he didn't want to talk about the shooting, he did tell us he's been dealing with the custody battle to see his 6-year-old son for several years and was frustrated with the system.
The person I'm in custody battle with, her mother works for the police station. So it's easy to throw away my police reports because she has a person inside.
The San Antonio Police Department was not able to confirm or deny whether or not the grandmother of McCain's child works for the department. When asked what he would say to the Marconi family, he said he hopes they can heal. Right now, the FBI is investigating a terror threat in the LA area. Let's go straight to News 4's Michael Locklear on the live desk for the details. Michael? This taco cabana on Malone is closed until further notice. Employees turned on the heat this evening and buildup in the heating ducts caught fire. Something you may want to have checked out if you're starting to use your heater. The fire caused about $15,000 in damages, but everyone was okay. Tomorrow, we could learn the fate of a man who killed and cut up his girlfriend's ex-husband. It took jurors less than 20 minutes today to find Michael Quinn guilty of the 2013 murder. Albert Guerra was beaten to death with a hammer. Then his legs were cut off with a saw before his house was set on fire. The punishment phase continues tomorrow. Quinn could be sentenced to life. Jail ain't jolly. That's the message behind a new public service campaign showing a woman who's had too much fun at a holiday party in handcuffs. News 4 San Antonio's Emily Bauckham joins us live from the River Walk with the work being done to make sure everyone gets home safely this holiday season. Emily? It is cold.
Well, we're going to have 2 more cold fronts coming up within 2 days.
It's going to get even colder.
32.
Ooh.
Freezing.
Freezing. Have a good night. Stay warm.
It's no good.